So love is in the air, or at least Valentine's Day is here, and I wanted to do something related to this, so we will be drawing love as creatures, but we will draw different types of love because there are so many, and yeah, let's see which ones we do today. Let's go. Hey guys, so today, as you saw, we will draw love as creatures, and all of these will be somewhat inspired, or maybe even heavily inspired from animals, because I love animals, and to just create a whole different kind of creature is a lot of work, and I did not want to put that much work into what I'm doing, so we will take it easy and start with love in general. Just love as, I guess, a being, as a creature, and here you can see me drawing a doe's head. So I was very much inspired by deers because they just feel so fragile in a way, specifically does, or kind of even fawns. And that's just because, I don't know, I said they feel a bit fragile, they give me innocence vibe. I don't know, so I thought this was the perfect animal to add to this love creature. And I thought about changing some things, but I really love the whole shape of a deer, so I kept the whole shape. So this time we're not changing a lot of stuff, we're just adding a little things to it. Also, before we get into it, I have something super exciting to share, and I have created a brush set, and I thought it's very fitting for the theme we have today. But in general, I designed some brushes, and soon they will be out, but if you want to be the first one to know when you can get them, I will link it down below. And these ones are the demo brushes that I made first, so the actual designs will be a little bit different. The brush itself is the same, and I've been sneaking in some sneak peeks here and there in my previous videos, so know that they have been tried and true. So yeah, that's something exciting that I've been working on. Anyways, back to the deer, and as you can see, we are going with this very pinkish theme because I just wanted something that combines all of these creatures. So one of my not goals, something that I needed to add to these, it was the color pink and something heart-shaped. So literally just, the basic heart shape. I just wanted to include it so that we have something to work with, something to think about and include, so that all of them have this one thing that connects them. And I just wanted to have an excuse to paint pink things, so yeah. My lovely people on Patreon already saw some sketches and design ideas that I had for all of these, or for designs that I made, and yeah, I started them off digitally, and there are a few things I changed, and few of them only had one sketch, and two of them had like a lot of them, because I just could not decide which way I wanted it to go. And also for this deer, at first the head was gonna be red, similar to the bow you see. And when I was painting it, I just decided, you know what, I really love this soft, almost white looking vibe it has, so I decided we will keep it and not go with this strong red that I had in my sketch. And for this whole concept, I really wanted it to be airy and vibrant and of course soft. I just wanted to embody the love. And so I thought also love can change a lot, and also the deer part is because I thought sometimes it can go very fast, or also we can slow down and enjoy the moments. And yeah, so also with the change I thought I wanted to include some water element because love can change quickly and it can change in many ways. So I wanted something with waves, but also I tried to make this transition that it almost looks like clouds, because when we're in love, or at least usually when it's kind of a relationship, new type of love, we feel like we're in clouds. And then, as you can see, there is a heart-shaped heart, and it's made of chocolate because I thought, sometimes our hearts melt for something that we love. So it's made out of chocolate, and I thought about melting it here already for the design, but I couldn't decide how to do it or what's the best way to go about it, so I didn't do it. And also in the end I decided to paint the deer's eyes in this pink color as well, just so they stand out, but I'm not sure if I fully like it, because I liked when they were white as well, but I don't know. And the bow that we have, I thought it could look cute, but also it kind of resembles, or I tried to pin it with the way of like the red string theory. Also, excuse my head, sometimes when I film it's so hard to see stuff because of my camera. So yeah, so this is our first design. Second type of love, or I'm not sure if you can even call it love, because this will be more inspired by crushing over somebody, having a crush. So for me, I don't think crush is love, but I wanted to combine this crush love thing with also obsessive love. So this type of love will be more about this obsession, instead of when you're crushing over somebody and maybe it's more of a shy kind of feeling. So I thought if I make this obsessive one, it could be cool to make another one that's very similar in a design, but it's more shy, maybe has more blue elements. Also here my graphite broke, or it ended, I think. So I had to change it, and I forgot I actually had more red ones, and this one is more orangey. But anyways, that's a little sidetrack. And yeah, instead of making this very obsessed love kind of character, I just combined the obsession and crushing over to make a more of a neutral creature, because I didn't want to go too crazy with some crazy evil kind of looking creature, because obsessive love can go crazy, because usually it is one-sided, and it also can turn into this maniac kind of possessive dependent love, so I thought this would be too strong to go off of because usually I don't do crazy creatures like that, but I did still want to create something that's a bit weird, a bit funny looking, so that's why we have this kind of merged character here. And yeah, it looks crazy and I kind of love that. This creature was a little bit inspired from different kinds of animals. I can't really pinpoint which ones you could see here because it is very not a one animal looking kind of creature. So I thought about shapes, so I thought about cats, I thought about dragons as well. That's why we have this almost dragon looking head, and then I went all over with this design, but it was really fun to decide on all the things to add for it. And in my mind I thought, when we're crushing over somebody, we tend to get a little bit silly. We do some things that maybe sometimes we regret. Not always, of course. It's not like crush is something bad. But because of this, I decided to add some clown elements, as you can see, because we act a little silly, at least when I had some crushes. I think just my head was somewhere else, and yeah. And then we also have multiple arms and multiple eyes and multiple ears, and that is because each of these things I thought about. With this obsessive kind of vibe we're going for, I thought, okay, I will add multiple arms because if we do get the chance, we will grab onto it, or if we love, then we love hard and we will hug a lot. So I thought it would be funny to add 2 arms then, because then it's like a bigger hug or something. And then of course multiple eyes because we are constantly looking for the crush, where or what they're doing, especially in this especially in this digital kind of world. We can kind of stalk people. Not that that's that great, but we will search and look everywhere for signs and for some meaning to just, I don't know, have a confirmation. Do they like me? And etc. And ears, kind of the same vibe, that we're listening, paying close attention to little details. So that's why we have multiple of these things. Also, as you can see, this creature is drooling, and I know some friends that when they crush over somebody, they are also quite obsessive, and it's almost like they're drooling over something. So I decided to add this little element as well. And I thought about adding a clock element because you're always waiting for a chance to get noticed, or waiting for the crush to say something. But in the final design, I kept it out because I couldn't decide on a way to nicely put it together. So then we have this one final element, which is at the tail, and it's a little jingle, little bell. Because again, we want to get noticed, and you usually with crushes you don't do these big things. At least I don't think anybody does. But if you have done something big to make your crush notice you, then let me know. But it's a little bell to kind of make the sound and say like, please look at me or notice me, and let me know what do you think of these design choices? Did I do it right, or am I completely wrong? And next up is self-love, and I had to include it because I feel like it's a very important love. So I was struggling quite a bit with this design because I couldn't decide which way I wanted it to go. I wanted something soft, something light, something that emits this vibrant warmth energy. And at first, I was kind of going with this pigeon design because I thought, it's kind of cute that pigeons they seem very stupid, in my opinion, but in a loving way and in almost in a sad way that some people really hate pigeons or just they could be annoying or something, but even with all this negativity from the outside world, pigeons still seem like they don't care. They're just waddling on the streets, they're trying to survive, and they just seem like they're enjoying the time. Even if some of them have tiny nubs for legs, they seem to be fine with it. And so that was my original idea. But then I also touched up on something that's soft and fluffy, and that of course brought me to a sheep. So I did a few sheep designs where I also thought about maybe implementing something plant-based to symbolize growth, because self-love it's not something easy to accomplish in a way, and it's also something that can be fleeting and not always there. So yeah, I kind of scratched that idea as well, but I kind of combined those two ideas together. In the end, I did take more of an owl design than a pigeon design, but the idea is still there. And then I thought about combining a little bit of the fluff from the sheep. So this creature has quite a fluffy chest, and then of course the head is this radiant glowing thing with a heart element. And I also decided to add the string as well, because why not? And then there's a little veil element at the bottom where the tail is. I thought about making it bigger, but basically it's symbolizing that it's not always there, but when it is, it feels like a warm blanket, a very soft and sparkly blanket. But yeah, the whole vibe for this design was to implement almost gold elements. I did think about that, but then I strained away from it because gold necessarily isn't like I feel like it can be heavy. Although, yeah, self-love, I don't know, it's just so personal to each person that it's hard to recreate something that will speak to all of us with all of these kinds of love. In a way, a hard task, because we see love so differently And also, it was hard to think of what kinds of loves to represent because, again, there are so many. So I would love to know what kind of love I should do maybe for next year. We could make it reoccurring. But yeah, because I thought also about something that's, I don't know, my boyfriend said puppy love, and I thought that's kind of cute. And yeah, there's so many um, other ones that I could do. The last creature, I thought about doing something that's a little less positive, I guess, because all the other creatures are quite positive. I guess maybe not the obsessive one, but it's not super bad or sad because this one is a bit more on the sad side where it's the creature of falling out of love. So I thought about making the design very fox-like because with this falling out of love, I feel like it's such a gradual thing, usually at least, and it's not something that happens fast. Falling out of love to me feels like it's something gradual. So for this design, I really wanted to lean into that. And in my brain, the best way to show that is something that's fading. So I decided to make this creature a bit see-through, something that's fading away. And so I decided that the head is gonna be this darkest part where we're still intact, I guess, and then gradually just go to I didn't really make it to nothingness, but to this really fluffy tail. And honestly, I just wanted to add a really fluffy tail. So to this element, there's nothing too deep for that, but there are arrows in the tail, and I thought about the usual arrow in the heart kind of design, but I didn't really want to lean into that, and so I thought if I want some arrows, then I'm just gonna do it a bit differently. So I decided that these arrows symbolize the struggles that you have to go through when you're falling out of love, that you're fighting against whatever it is you're fighting. And it's just, it sinks into you and it kind of stays probably, but also with this fading effect as well, it doesn't mean that they will always stay there. So that's why I wanted them to be also see-through, not the arrows, but that you can see them through the tail. And yeah, I decided to go with this idea, and then of course the heart element is the actual heart, and I just made it super red so that it's kind of in a cage, but it's still there and it's kind of still appreciated. It's just everything sad and gloomy. That's why the color of the fox is very gray, and the fox itself is very sad as well. And I thought about adding some tears, but I thought it would be a little too much. If you made it this far, comment pigeon so that we can give some pigeons some love, and that it looks a bit random because this is a video about love creatures. But yeah, these were all the designs for today for these love creatures. Let me know which one was your favorite. I'm not sure which one is my favorite one, maybe the crush one or the love in general. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!
Hold me tightly like I was there, and whisper softly in your ear that everything is gonna be alright.